let's start by thoroughly dissecting Mikan's free time events frame by frame. So it's evident from the get-go that Mikan has had very few friends throughout her lifetime, and the mere idea that anyone would ever genuinely want to be her friend is a completely alien feeling. It's in her first free time events where she feels a rare moment of joy, and Hajime simply wanting to talk to her blew her goddamn mind. Mikan has a very traumatic past, and Hajime didn't torment, insult, or abuse her in any way. Like, friends are, like, not supposed to do that, obviously. So the fact that Hinata didn't do any of those things, like, completely blew Mikan away. So with this kindness, I feel like she just is going to take it and run with it for the first event. Like, she got a W, she's moving on. Hajime's concern at the second one, she's talking about how, like, she was, like, forced to eat bugs. She was forced to, like, pay the debts. I think it displays a level of concern that, in all likelihood, Mikan has never experienced, like Hajime being concerned. We learn it's because she fears people abandoning her more than people hating her. This resonates with me way more than it should, so insert the Morgan Freeman true image here. This is one of my favorite interactions where Mikan genuinely cares about Hajime. She's like, your face looks pale, your blood circulation's worse, that sort of thing. Her medical training leads her to believe that Hinata hasn't been taking care of himself as well as he could. And I mean, in the situation they're in, the killing game, that's completely fair, but it still demonstrates her concern for him. And when Sumiki apologizes for being concerned, Hajime genuinely appreciates it, praising her. And, like, that was so fucking cute, bro. I love that scene so much. I think that it's a case where her emotions help divert from the expected, and she genuinely cares about him, which is awesome. And that's why Hinamiki is so based up to this point. Not really an analysis, but it's my personal belief that when Hinata gets, like, injured, like a cut or whatever, Sumiki gives him basically a full medical checkup. Like, bro trips and falls on a rock, and she drags his sorry ass back to her cottage and pulls out, like, the full fucking first aid kit. Like, she's so goated, bro. In her fourth event, Hinata reinforces that he does not think Mikan is a nuisance, and again, it's a completely foreign feeling to her, which is a recurring theme, unfortunately. Which is just so unfortunate. She deserves so much better, bro. And after she info dumps about the most effective torture methods, and she says that nobody's doing that to her, Hinata finally understands why she's behaving in the way that she does. He realizes that she was abused and her actions are coping mechanisms. Her final free time events, Hajime says some of the realest lines in the game. It's unbelievable to her that there are people on the island who care about her, and Hinata is unequivocally one of them when he says, like, everybody cares about you, and it's because you're uniquely you. And in his mind, he's like, I know it's difficult to change all at once, but I really want to help her change little by little. And that's what he felt when he looked at Mikan's smile. It's a smile he wants to protect. And now for the freaking angst, which, dude, oh my god, Trial 3 was so bad. Like, dude. People may have seen In Defense of Mikan Sumiki, but yeah, Trial 3 ruined me. So Hajime was truly upset at how the evidence pointed to Sumiki being the culprit. Not that, like, he wasn't upset about losing any of the other people, but I think he desperately wanted to believe that Mikan wasn't guilty. He even considers backing off from the accusation at one point, which makes the entire trial just so much more painful. Unfortunately, if he stopped, that would have meant everyone else would be dead. And when he was like, I don't want to do this either, of course I don't want to do this, but I need to do this, I think that's when he knew. I think that's when we all knew. And in the final non-stop debate, Hinata is just completely heartbroken. He literally thinks about running away. And I can't really add anything else to that. It's just abject sadness in his mind at this point. And when Mikan, like the final time she begs for forgiveness, Hajime's like, please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you. Dude, I love these two goofballs, but, like, dude, the angst is so crazy. Oh my god. You can actually, like, pinpoint the second where his heart rips in half. So, that's just me, though. And then when Monokuma reveals Mikan is blackened, it's so fucking over, dude. The post-trial conversations are so sad. Oh my god. He knows she's gonna die, but, like, the disbelief at her adoration of Junko, like, it really just shows he has a deep understanding of her true nature. Like he thinks about Mikan, right? He knows who Mikan really is. Like, not the despair Mikan, not the despair disease Mikan. He knows, like, who Mikan Sumiki truly is. Like, the Mikan who cares for people is what I'm trying to say. And when Monokuma mentions her punishment, yeah, he's helpless at this point. Like he just desperately wants to understand. Like the thought of losing someone he cared about so much just shattered whatever composure he had left. This is just another headcanon, but I think bro is crying when he's like, "This is too pointless. This is too much." Like something like when he's like that sort of thing. And it's just complete utter helplessness. I think it's just way too much for him to bear, and I think bro is genuinely crying at this point. We don't see it, but we can feel it. Okay, back to the fun, fluffy stuff. Yeah.
Bro,
Um.
what
During
are
her.
you yapping about? She
I'm not done yet.
assaulted.
I'm not
She
done. I am
assaulted
not
it.
done.
Bro, you're
I
talking
am
for
not
6
done.
minutes.
I'm not done.
Let's
Shut up.
no.
So during her shot through the heart event, his care for her is reinforced, and all the while, I think him repeatedly showing her that he cares slowly but surely helps build her self-image. A positive self-image that she sorely deserves. And then finally, the best part of her interactions, the island mode ending. I will hear no arguments. Her island mode ending is canon. They have been married for 12 years and counting, and they are a happy and loving couple. Mikan is nervous about leaving the island, but like as long as she has Hajime by her side, the burden she'll have to shoulder is just a smidge more manageable. And I've seen people characterize her as like this weirdo yandere, like their argument's just like, actually, this pairing is bad because she said she would hurt him to keep him. But like Mikan literally like takes all of that back literally 5 seconds later, and Hinata isn't mad in the slightest. Like bro cares about her deeply, and the earlier remark is completely understandable to him given her traumatic past and her emotional state. And he literally proposes to her like 20 seconds after that remark too. So they're in love. They are in love, and this ending is just the cutest, and I don't care what anybody says. Post despair, like, okay, so you know how like in Danganronpa 2 they all wake up and stuff like that. Hajime will wait by her like pod for as long as it'll take, bro. I don't care. Like, and when she wakes up, like the two are gonna like help each other out. They're gonna be like healing with each other. They're gonna be recovering from the past. They're gonna be doing all that sort of stuff. It's not easy, obviously, but like I feel like post despair, it shows that like people can change and grow. And yeah, I said this in the Mikan video. I'll say it again. I personally believe great changes happened on Jabberwock Island. But yeah, they've been married for 12 years. They love each other very much. And I know I've been yapping about them for about like 10 minutes, but that's fine. Yeah. Hinamiki Nation forever. Please participate in Hinamiki Week 2025. Thank you very much. God bless.